Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Kev Brown, Create Your Life series, Vallejo edition. We're here on the skyline. It's a great day, sun's beaming. Everything is all good. Today's episode, we're going to talk about never giving up. Why is never giving up even important? Because we know that there's going to be peaks and valleys on our journey in order to become who we want to be, in order to create that life that we want. Let me give you a couple of tips in order to overcome those hard times and continue on your journey. Number one, you have to create a goals list, which is going to be the outline of your plan. You have to put that into action. Number two, write daily affirmations. But the daily affirmations aren't just enough. You have to go and actually put some action behind that. Number three, I want you to tell other people your goals, other people who are going to positively encourage you and reinforce what you're supposed to be doing. Because once the universe knows what you're trying to do, then the universe starts to bring that to you. You start to attract it to yourself. Number four, read other people's bios and stories of overcoming. That's what also helps you and reinforces you and re-energizes you and lets you know that, hey, I can do this and somebody else has done something similar or something greater. So, I've read a story of a gentleman who was also a fellow speaker who was actually phenomenal in my book. This guy's name is Anthony Robles. He's from Mesa, Arizona, and he was born without his right leg. So initially as a kid, he tried to stay out of the spotlight, didn't necessarily want to be the center of attention, but he was bullied and people mistreated him and things like that until he decided to own his differences. So this guy said, hey, you know what? Let me show you how strong or how courageous I am. So he actually, in sixth grade, set the record for the most push-ups done in his high school. Then he went on. In the eighth grade, he decided, he saw some other kids practicing wrestling. He said, hey, you know what? I want to be a wrestler. So he started to wrestle, but he wasn't that good. And he was getting beat consistently. And then he said, you know what? I need to learn. I need to build upon what it is. I need to build and learn more about this craft that I'm trying to master. So in the summer, he would train with one of his wrestling teammates, and his wrestling teammate would beat him bad, beat him down, slamming him all over the mat, giving him that work. And he would be pushing cars and things like that in order to strengthen himself and condition. And by the time he was a junior and senior in high school, he won state championships both years. He went 96-0 his last 2 years of high school in wrestling, and he finished 129-15 for his high school wrestling career. But it didn't stop there. He wanted to go and wrestle at two different programs, but the coaches decided that they were not going to take a chance on a one-legged wrestler. So after he found out that he wasn't going to the colleges that he wanted to go to, he decided that he was going to stay home. And he even forewent a full-ride scholarship at another institution, stayed home and took a job cleaning airplanes at night in order to make up for the difference in tuition. Then as a sophomore, he was ranked number 4. Junior year, he slipped a little, became ranked number 7. And then his senior year, he was ranked the top seed in wrestling. In his senior years, when he went on, Anthony Robles, the man with one leg, missing his right leg, he went on to win this NCAA Division I championship in wrestling with what other people might have called a disadvantage at one point because he only had one leg. Well, guess what? He was so good at what he did. He put in so much time. He never gave up. He went through those peaks and those valleys that people started to say the fact that he only had one leg was actually an advantage. So if Anthony Robles can create his life, then I know that I can create my life. And if we can create our lives, then that means that you can definitely create your life. So whatever disadvantages you may think that you have, or whatever challenges that you may be going through, overcoming them is all here. Never giving up is all here. You can do that. You can become whoever you want to be. You can create the life that you want. Anthony Robles is a living testimony of that. I am a living testimony of that. And if you do research and you find out and you go and you seek out people and stories of those who have overcome, who have created their lives, you'll actually even find that a lot of people who are highly noted actually come from challenging circumstances. So create the life that you want, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Kev Brown, and I'm always here to assist you.
life.
Create your life.